Hello and welcome back, guys. So today what we would be discussing would be division. We discussed addition, subtraction, multiplication of complex numbers, and today we would be discussing about division of complex numbers. So for example, we have two numbers which are z1 equals 3 plus 4i and z2 equals 5 plus 2i, let's say, and we have to do z1 over z2. Okay, so in division we need to remember two very important rules. Number one, the rule is that there no I in denominator. No I in denominator means that there should be no I term, this I term in the denominator. And the second thing we need to know is that it should be separate fractions, separate terms of r and real number and I the imaginary number. Okay, so what I mean by this is that, for example, z1 over z2 would be equal to 3 plus 4i over 5 plus 2i. Now both of the conditions are not being met over here because a, it is a single fraction, it is not separate terms, and there is I in the denominator. Okay, so first we'll remove the I from the denominator. What we can do for that is that we multiply, we rationalize basically this fraction. So what rationalization means, that the denominator we have 5 plus 2i and we learned about the conjugate, right? For example, if 5 plus 2i is our complex number, then its conjugate complex number would be 5 minus 2i, right? 5 minus 2i over 5 minus 2i. Okay, so basically this multiplication is done with this fraction and this fraction is equal to 1, so it doesn't really matter. But over here what we will do is that we would multiply these two, 3 plus 4i and 5 minus 2i, and in the denominator we would have 5 plus 2i into 5 minus 2i. Okay, so let's first solve the numerator. So what would be the numerator? It would be 3 times 5 is 15. Then we would have 3 into minus 2 minus 6i plus 20i minus 8i squared. Okay, and in the denominator we can see that this is a plus b into a minus b, which means a square minus b square. So it would be 5 square minus 2i squared. Okay, so first of all, now let's gather the like terms together. 15, and this would be minus 8 into minus 1, which would be plus 1 because I square equals minus 1. So 15 plus 8 would be equal to 23, and then we would have minus 6 plus 20, which is plus 14i, and in the denominator we would have 25 minus 2i squared, which would be minus 4i squared, and I squared would become positive minus 1, so the denominator would be 25 plus 4, okay, which will be 29. Okay, because the 4i over here, 4i squared, it would become 4 into minus 1, minus 4 into minus 1 would become plus 4, and 25 plus 4 is equal to 29. Okay, so the numerator would stay as it is, 23 plus 14i over 29. So now the first condition is met, no I is in the denominator now, and now we need to see that if there are separate terms. No, there are no separate terms, they're a single fraction. So to make it in separate terms, what we would do is 23 over 29 plus 14 over 29i. Okay, this is the format in which we do division of complex numbers.